There's no business like show business like no.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Brad, and this is Mike.
Hey, everyone. How you doing?
This is the Point Podcast, episode 1. And, we're going to do this once a week, an hour a week, hopefully. Try to do an hour today, but it is Saturday, December 5th, 2015. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
So, let's see. A little history of the show before the show. I used to do a podcast. Then my co-host started dating a girl with kids, and he has too many responsibilities to do a show now. So I reached out online to start a new show, and Mike, who I work with, we work together, and we decided to start this, and we decided to call it The Point today, and that's it. It's going to be up on iTunes and YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, it will be on iTunes as well. If you're listening to this on iTunes, it'll be on YouTube as well. And there will also be a Facebook page, and we also have our own personal Facebook pages that you can find us on if you'd like to contact us. But other than that, this is it. How's it going? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Nice. You just came from a read of some sort?
Oh, yeah. We did a read-through for one of the plays.
Because Mike is involved in theater.
Exactly. Newly involved in theater.
So you weren't involved in theater in high school?
I always wanted to be, but I was more interested in women and beer.
Gotcha.
So I'm kind of getting on
also
it now.
Good.
Oh,
it's all, yeah. But yeah, we're here. We live in Sandpoint, Idaho, northern Idaho, and it's nice and it's muddy and rainy.
It should
which sucks.
Should be snowy.
Yeah, it should be snowy.
So,
It's really hard to keep the mud out of the house, especially with a dog and myself, which I hate. I hate trying to keep the mud out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Make a little tiny mud room, get little booties or something.
There you go. Booties for the dog?
Booty for the dog, and take him off if you want.
Yeah.
He'll run weird for a little while with those for the first bit. That's
Probably.
pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Hang on just a second.
Yeah, no problem. So everyone, if you're just starting with us for the first time, just like to say hi again. My name's Mike. You can call me Clark if you want, if we ever get in contact. But this should be
Mike
a
Clark.
pretty fun thing. Mike Clark. Clark with an E at the end. C-L-A-R-K-E. If you don't put the E, you won't find me. It always happens.
Don't forget the...
Oh, yeah. I always give people weird stuff
So-
when that happens.
Weren't you in that, what's it called? That play recently? Why can I never remember the name of it?
Oh, you're talking about Rocky Horror.
Yeah, Rocky Horror Picture
Yeah.
Show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which I've never seen that movie,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably kind of crazy, right?
It's a what's the term? It's a cult classic.
It's a cult classic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of be in the right cult to kind of know about it.
Yeah.
And I was introduced to it by this girl in high school who was all about theater. It was a tiny little girl. Her name was Sabrina.
Okay.
And just really up in your face, really loved doing that kind of stuff. And she showed it to me. And I was a 16-year-old Mormon boy in Utah, and I was weirded out.
Oh, really? You don't go to high school here?
Huh? Oh, no.
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
originally from Utah, everybody. I was born in Orem, Utah, which is like 40 miles south of Salt Lake City. Think of like the distance between Sandpoint and Coeur d'Alene. So,
Yeah.
and very
Religious?
community. And so Tim Curry running around in a corset and heels and makeup was definitely something I wasn't interested in at the time. So I hated it. And I was like, this is dumb. What is this?
Yeah.
And so I graduated. I went and traveled a little bit and experienced the world.
Yeah.
My bubble was popped.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And all the things I didn't like when I was younger,
Yeah.
I went back to re-examine, and I found some of it was just awesome. I mean, Tim
Oh.
Curry in heels and a corset singing, that is amazing. That's
Right.
funny. So
Right.
now I'm older, and I had my first opportunity of getting into theater, and when I heard that they were doing this, dude, I had to jump on it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, everybody went to that thing.
Yep, you were there?
I didn't go.
Oh,
I just-
everyone but you went.
Yeah, everybody knew it. I heard about it from everybody, you know?
It's a good show. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I should probably watch the movie just because I know the show is put on like everywhere all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like huge. I don't know. I just never get around to it.
Yeah, it's a tradition. They say it starts every Halloween at 12 o'clock, and
Yeah.
people throw things and yell. The audience itself has a callback script, where a callback script is if something happens on stage, the audience says something. So like if Brad comes on, which I played Brad Majors,
Yeah.
and every time someone says my name or I start talking, they're like, asshole, cry me a river, all that bull crap. And they throw hot dogs and toilet paper and rice and stuff. It gets out of control.
That sounds out of control.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one of our cast guys went to the 40th anniversary in New York City,
Jeez.
where the original actors from the movie were all there. And so
Yeah.
it was this huge thing.
Yeah.
Huge thing.
And the audience dresses up as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, it's wigs, cross-dressing, all that stuff.
Huh. See, I just don't get it because I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to see the movie.
I should probably see it. Maybe I'll see it.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up like super religious as well. Not super religious, but like 3 times a week going to church.
3 times a week?
Oh yeah.
Wow, we only went once.
Yeah. Like 3 times a week. And then once I grew up, it was kind of like bursting of the bubble
Mm-hmm.
and just starting to figure things out on your own, I guess. And then things like hip hop that I heard when I was younger involved in church, and I was like, wow, I shouldn't be listening to that. Then I get older and I hear it again, and I'm like, damn, this is like the greatest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird at first, isn't it?
It is weird. But it's really hard to break out of that whatever mindset you grew up in.
Mhm.
It's like so hard to overcome some of those things. And then you see adults, I guess you see adults that are still trapped in those mindsets, and you're just like, yeah, you kind of understand because it's really hard to break out of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we do things every day unconsciously
Yeah.
that we were taught to do as kids, but in
Right.
modern days don't mean anything. Like when you sneeze, I say, God bless you.
Yeah.
And that's like an old tradition of when people sneezed,
Yeah.
they thought they were like casting out demons. And
Yeah.
so people are like, bless you for getting rid of demons and stuff. And we still say that.
Yeah. I'll say bless you, I guess.
Yeah, bless you. It's the same concept.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing. Or like, saluting
Yeah.
the military.
Yeah.
That originally came from what I've heard, that when a knight would come up to a superior officer, they would have to raise their helmet mask
Oh.
or take their mask off. So it was a way of showing respect or showing this is who I am.
Huh.
So just stuff we
Traditions.
do. Handshakes.
Yeah.
Handshakes, same thing. Most people back in the day were right-handed fighters with a sword, and so shaking the right hand of your person you're meeting was pretty much an unverbal declaration of peace.
Right. Huh.
It's like, I'm not going to draw my sword and try to kill you because
Right.
you're holding my hand.
Right.
We're stuck
You were in the
with that.
military, right?
Yeah, 4 years in the Marines.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, I started young.
I almost went in.
Oh, you almost went in.
Yeah, I almost went in.
to the Marines?
To the Air Force.
Oh, Air Force.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had all the paperwork filled out. I had my MEPS thing scheduled,
Mm-hmm.
and then I changed my mind.
Why'd you change your mind?
I was just like, I just didn't want that kind of lifestyle. I don't know. I was like, no, I don't. It's not for me.
What kind of lifestyle?
Just the lifestyle of being told what to do, and
Oh, okay.
just like not being able to do what I want when I wanted, or take a day off when I wanted to. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't regret not going.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I took the path that I took instead of going,
Mm-hmm.
but I was very close to going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know you were. So how did you get interested in going in the first place then?
I just didn't know what to do, right? Because it's like senior year, and they're like putting the pressure on you. They're like, you need to know what you want to do.
Mhm.
Like, you either apply for colleges, join the military. Like, you got to go. You got to have a plan. And I'm just like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. I guess we'll go into the military. They offer a bunch of good stuff. You can get training and stuff. You get paid. I'll just do that. Started working out, losing weight. Started talking to a recruiter. Did all the paperwork. Planned it, and then I'm like,
Maybe
I don't want to do this. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty interesting. I went the opposite route.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was raised Mormon, and so I graduated from high school. I had a girlfriend, and I had been telling my parents I was going to go on a mission for forever. Because at a young age, it's embarrassing to say, at 14, I started sleeping with girls, and I started drinking, and then I was
Yeah.
able to hide that from my parents all the way until I graduated. And I left. I graduated. I took all the money I made during summer jobs, and I went and traveled.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And then when I was done traveling, I ran out of money.
Yeah.
I don't want to go home. Might as well join the military.
Jeez.
So I joined the military. They were upset. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Well, one, I didn't go on a mission, and two, I joined the military besides coming home.
You think they'd be proud of you for joining the military?
Eventually they were once they
Gotcha.
got their panties untwisted.
Right.
So, but that's the one thing I think most people need to know. Don't be afraid to just do what you want to do.
For sure. And it's definitely a good option for some people, but I didn't think it was for me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, it's a good call, because not wanting to have to listen to what people tell you to do is definitely something you you need to be comfortable. You need to be comfortable being told what to do in the military.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely trainable. You know, I just I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Well, then you made the right choice.
Yeah, I ended up doing online school, and then I hung out here for like a year, and then I went to the oil field in North Dakota and worked in the oil field for a couple years, and then I just came back and
Wow.
started working back here.
I almost went and worked in the oil fields when I moved up here.
Really?
Oh, yeah, just finished college, looking for a good paying job. Couldn't find crap up here in the Point.
They pay well over there,
That's what I hear.
but it was pretty. It got pretty terrible. You know? Yeah.
How so? I don't know much about it.
There's nowhere to live,
Mm-hmm.
and the weather is the worst weather ever. Like during the summer, it's like Africa. It's like 170 degrees all the time, and there's giant big ass bugs flying around, and it's just humid and wet and hot. And then during the winter, it's like -40, and wind blowing and blizzard. It's
Yeah,
like
that
the
sounds
two
awful.
the two extremes. Yeah, and there's nowhere to live.
Wow. And I hear everything over there is stupid expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive. It's more rent there is more expensive than Manhattan.
Wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I was paying $600 to share a room with somebody, which was super lucky. I lucked
Wow.
out because I knew people. But if you wanted to get just a one bedroom, like a brand new apartment that's a one bedroom, is like $2,100.
That's freaking stupid.
It is stupid.
I lived in San Diego, and I thought $1,200 for a one bedroom was a lot.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
It's
All
ridiculous.
because people have money.
yeah, but you can go make $100,000 with no experience. You know, so it's
Yeah.
all kind of relative. When
Yeah.
here you're going to get paid terribly, but rent's not going to be like, crushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be the news is going to be crazy when that place finally crashes.
Yeah.
I mean, ghost town.
Oh, definitely ghost town. I felt bad for the locals because all the locals are kind of like the locals here, and then they just got swarmed,
Mhm.
and the prices just skyrocketed, and they just hate everybody. You
I
know?
don't blame them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what's happening with the trains here, where they want more and more and more trains, more oil things, all that stuff. They want to come through here, and all the locals are like, no. I mean,
Yeah.
that bypass, they've been talking about that bypass they just built for like 50 years.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then it finally happened.
I like it though.
Yeah, the bypass is obviously nice.
yeah, yeah,
but-
yeah. People just don't like change, I guess.
Yeah.
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 I just got a call from Walmart that my Christmas presents are there because I got all my Christmas shopping done last weekend, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
awesome
Mhm.
because it's just a huge weight off. And I hate Christmas. I do hate Christmas because for me it's like it feels like it's surrounded with obligation, like
Mhm.
obligation to see people and obligation to buy them gifts,
Mhm.
which I hate. It's like why can't we just see them and buy them gifts whenever because we freaking like them.
Yeah.
When you put the obligation behind it, that's when I start to hate it.
Like the whole, who do I buy presents for and who do I not?
Definitely. And what do I buy them?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? And then they ask me what I want. It's just like, I don't want anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I'm glad that's over with.
That is a huge weight. I still got mine to do.
Yeah.
I make a lot of my presents. So people
nice.
I really like loved ones and close friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll make things for them, or if I know exactly what they want, then I'll get it for them.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as I love my siblings, but
Yeah.
I don't see them that much.
Yeah, no, I don't buy my brother anything.
Yeah, I don't expect a present from you,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I kind of don't expect to buy one for you in return.
No, you don't have to.
But then you have that kind of shitty feeling where you get a present from them on Christmas. You're like, damn it,
No, I can't handle that.
you can't.
That's why I have to buy the presents. Because I can't handle them giving me one out of nowhere and me not having one to give them. It's just
Yeah.
like, this sucks.
Yeah,
But once we get over it, it'll be better.
yeah.
Over Christmas.
I just think this Christmas thing's getting freaking, stupidly out of control.
It is out of control.
Halloween's done. Boom, Christmas stuff out. Oh, Christmas sales this, Christmas sales that. Black
Yeah.
Friday. Oh, Black Friday.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I hate Black Friday. And you know what the thing is about Black Friday? I was watching videos on YouTube of people getting trampled.
Yeah.
They're hilarious to me, but I would never be involved in that, you know? like people just yelling like my legs, and people just like running over them, and grown women like snatching stuff out of like little kids' hands and
Oh,
just like
yeah.
running with it. It's hilarious, but
That's my Xbox One.
yeah.
Whack, whack.
And
Shit.
the problem is because there's Cyber Monday. Have you heard? Cyber Monday, where like after Thanksgiving, that Monday is like Cyber Monday. We're all
Oh,
there's
I
a bunch
heard
of
about
deals
that.
online.
Yeah, it's talked about on NPR.
Right, right.
Yeah, Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Black Friday, then there's Cyber Monday, and Cyber Monday didn't come around until the internet. But I think where we screwed up is we added Cyber Monday when we should have just replaced Black Friday with Cyber Monday.
Maybe you were the one I heard say that earlier.
Maybe.
We may have been talking about it at work. But that's not the first time I've heard someone say that.
Really?
Yeah, because then you don't have to worry about getting trampled.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Maybe a few servers crashing, but nobody
Yeah.
getting trampled.
And plus, Black Friday starts at like 7 o'clock on frickin' Thanksgiving night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Now, just in case any of y'all actually saw me and calling me a hypocrite, I got a TV on Black Friday, but I didn't know it was Black Friday. I'd forgotten. Military life, kids.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm sometimes surprised I know what day it is.
Yeah.
So we went to Target, and we were like, driving back from Spokane.
Just like last week?
Yeah, we were driving back. We've been spent Thanksgiving down with the family and everything, and I didn't know Black Friday started that night.
Yeah.
I thought it started the day after Black Friday. It's supposed to start in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're driving home from Target, and she's like, "Oh, I heard there's a good sale going on at Target." And I'm like, "Sweet." So we went there, and we saw a TV, and we got a TV, and then I started noticing all the discount stuff. I'm like,
It wasn't
Oh.
like packed full of people?
"No,
Really?
it wasn't." Apparently I missed the tramples,
Right.
so I
Oh,
got there
see.
after the tramples,
I
you
see.
know. And so,
But
I
you
got-
bought a TV.
I got a nice TV. I don't
Wow.
have to squint at the TV anymore. I'm like, oh, that's what it says.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember going to Walmart on a Black Friday, but I knew it was Black Friday, but I didn't need anything that was a deal. I forgot what I needed.
Like socks.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just a disaster.
Just
I hate it.
absolute mess.
Yeah.
If I had walked in and I'd seen that and I realized then it was Black Friday, I probably would just walked out. Because
Yeah.
I'm impatient enough. Like if I get stuck behind like
Like 20 people.
if there's someone like you get the couple like the husband or the wife's pushing the cart and the other one's staying next to it and they're taking up the whole aisle and they're like slow walking. I'm a slow walker, but when I go to a store, I get in, get my crap, get out.
Yeah, me too.
So if you're walking slow, I'm like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
So I like walk around people and mutter under my breath at them and stuff. So
Ah.
Black Friday, I'd probably kill somebody.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned that about guests on the show, right?
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I got some ideas.
I know you got some ideas. It's hard for me. It's like they say when you start dating someone new, you're not supposed to continuously compare them to the last person you dated because it's
Yes.
unfair for them. However, it's really hard not to do that. So I'm gonna keep like comparing this show to my last show because it's like all I know, even though it's probably not fair for this show to be continuously compared to the last show. But however, we used to have guests on my last show.
Really?
We had about 5 people. We had like 3 girls and 2 guys on a couple episodes each, and it's okay. I guests are cool. It just brings a different dynamic in. However, I think that if we're gonna have a guest on, we should just do like 10 or 15 episodes ourselves before that, so that if the guest comes on and they're like, they don't really know what to do, they don't really know what to talk about or anything, we still have us to like bounce off of, so that the entertainment value doesn't completely like tank if the guest is kind of like nervous or something. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
Yeah, I
So
see
that
what
we
you
still
mean.
kind of have that even when even if they're involved.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Also, I'm gonna have to go over like the technical aspect of adding another mic or whatever. But I like the idea of having guests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should wait though. We should, make sure that we can do the show.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
honestly. And since we're new, we're filling out how me and you work, which so
Yeah,
far
yeah, yeah.
it seems like it's working pretty well.
Yeah. It definitely gets better as it
Yeah.
goes. Like the last show, we did 90 episodes, and the episode 1 and episode 90, there is like mountains of freaking difference between the two of improvement, and that's just what happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always something under the table, and we don't have to do it now. Put a
Yeah,
pin in it.
definitely.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so are you gonna watch the new Star Wars? Because I've been trying to decide with myself like for a year now if I'm gonna watch it or not.
Yeah.
Not like going. I'm definitely not going to the theater, but I don't even know if I'm actually just gonna like watch it ever. right?
You'll eventually watch it.
You think so?
Eventually, your curiosity, you're just going to be walking into Walmart and you're going to see
Yeah.
the red box. And you're like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, that you're probably right. That'll probably happen. Like, I got nothing else to watch. Might as well just watch this.
You know, I'm finding as I get a little bit older that unless it's a movie like I'm really super into,
You're not
know,
going to the theater.
I won't really plan on going in the theater to
Right.
see it. And even now, I'm kind of finding myself like going to the theater is kind of it's
No.
like, well, it costs $12 a person.
Yeah.
Popcorn costs $6. It's kind of get to the point where I'm like, I'd rather just. There was you ever watch College Humor or BuzzFeed or anything like that?
Yeah.
So they just did a video of watching a movie at the theater versus watching a movie at home, and they're
Yeah.
talking about, well, if we go to the theater, then it's like huge and big, and we get little snacks. And
Yeah.
the guy's like, well, if we stay here, then we get like the snacks that we want. We can do like bathroom breaks when we want.
Yeah, you can
and all-
pause it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's getting to that point where I'm like, I'm almost more. I just rather watch it at home.
No, I much rather watch it at home.
Yeah.
The
So-
last movie I saw in the theater was called Inside Out. I went with my
which was
mom.
freaking adorable.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I,
You know?
I enjoyed it. I took our son to see it, and that
Nice.
was great. At the end,
I enjoyed it.
when Bing Bong
You
ate it.
what?
When Bing Bong ate it, I was like,
Oh,
there goes the innocence. The kid's not
yeah.
innocent anymore. Innocence dies.
Yeah, it was a pretty deep movie, but I thought it was
Oh, yeah.
good.
Last big one I was planning on going to see was Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Really.
Oh yeah, and that was because I'm really into kind of like that nerdy stuff.
I liked
really
the
like
first
that.
Avengers.
Yeah,
This is
of
the
Ul-
second one, right?
Age of Ultron. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I haven't missed any.
No, you haven't
Okay.
missed any. And they have all the side ones, like Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And they just the previews for
The Batman,
Captain
Superman.
America, like Civil War just came out. The Batman
Oh,
versus
yeah.
Superman or Superman versus Batman. Or, those ones are all cool, and I would enjoy going to see those
Yeah.
because I'm not very much of a unless it's based on like a book.
Right.
I'm not very much of a critic. Like a movie has to be pretty bad for me to walk out and be like, oh, what a waste of time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Especially in the theater.
yeah.
I
Like
don't
The
know.
Hobbit was like that.
You didn't like it?
Oh, I hated The Hobbit.
What?
When I first found out they split up The Hobbit, which is the shortest book, everyone, if you haven't read it, it's the shortest book in the whole series, and they split it up into 3 freaking movies.
Yeah, but you just get more that way.
No, you get crap. You get stupid. I mean, there were points where I'm watching the movie. I'm like, okay, now I get that these are the heroes of the story, but they should be dead now. There's no way you could survive that.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you are a dwarf. And so from the nerd in me came out, and I was like, that's stupid. That never happened. I hate this. That's dumb. Blah blah blah. And so I walked out, and my girl's like, wasn't that fun? And I was like, yeah, but
Yeah.
I want my money back.
I saw the first 2 in the theater. I didn't see the third one.
Yeah, but good because they just progressively get worse. So the third one would have been awful for you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was awful for me.
Did you see them all in the theater?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
You have a girlfriend that likes
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff. It's relationship commitments.
Yeah.
I saw Twilights.
Oh, wow. I've never seen the
Yeah.
Twilights, and I'd never seen the Hunger Games. Have you
No.
seen the Hunger Games? Okay,
Yeah.
so, but
Girlfriend.
over Thanksgiving break or whatever, I watched all the Hunger Game movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think?
They're good.
You're good.
They're not fantastic,
Yeah.
but they're good.
Yeah.
In my mind, before I saw them, Twilight and the Hunger Games was basically the same thing.
They.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then this guy at work was telling me to watch the Hunger Games, so I just binge watched like all of them because I had nothing better to do.
hmm
And I don't know, I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, they're not unentertaining, but like,
I didn't get why people teamed up in the game. You know, I was like, why are you teaming up? Everybody's got to die, right? Except for one person. What's the point in teaming up and killing everybody with your team member, and then you're just turning around and killing your team member or dying? I didn't get
survival.
I guess you're just like delaying either killing somebody or dying yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's the psychological thing about it. Those books are Twilight, which was written by probably a lonely, too much time on her hands, rich housewife from Utah.
She's from Utah.
Oh, she's
Oh,
Mormon.
God.
She's Mormon,
Oh.
and she writes a love story about this girl who falls in love with this vampire. And can I just say, for all you people that like vampires out there, that this is getting stupid.
The vampire stuff.
Oh yeah,
I think
they're
it's
always,
over.
They're always beautiful. They're always rich. They're
Yeah.
always irresistible. It's like, give me like a fat hillbilly vampire.
That's scary.
it sounds funny too.
Yeah,
It's just something a little bit different because and the same thing happened with zombies. Do you like zombie shows?
Depends.
Okay, because
Like The Walking Dead's okay,
yeah,
but as far as like movies go, there's not really any zombie movie that I'm just like that I love.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but I probably haven't seen a lot.
I just get tired of the overuse of it. I mean,
Yeah.
zombies is the big thing now. And Walking Dead, I can't stand.
Walking Dead couldn't be bigger.
Yeah, it's like a soap opera with zombies.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like if I don't want to watch Days of My Lives, why do I want to watch decomposing Days of My Lives?
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives. Yeah, there you go. That thing. So
Yeah. I like the old Star Wars, but I didn't like the new ones.
like the Phantom Menace, all that
Yeah.
stuff like that. A lot of people say that.
I just didn't like them. The old ones are fine though, but maybe the old ones are just like a nostalgia thing.
It probably is.
Probably.
It's kind of like it will never be as good as the original. You
Right.
know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, and a lot of people said that the actors they got, although there are some heavy hitting actors. I mean, Liam Neeson, Christopher Lee,
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor,
Yeah.
all those are huge actors, but a lot of the acting, it was just written poorly.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Tie these motherfucking sis in this motherfucking galaxy.
Yeah.
It's just,
I don't know. I'll probably see the new one. It's hard to avoid.
I'm going to go see it.
You're gonna go see it?
Oh, yeah. We were looking at
Damn.
it because my girl, we're both really big Star Wars fans. And like I said,
You have a freaking Star Wars shirt on.
yeah, I'm wearing a Star Wars
Yeah,
shirt,
okay.
which my girl brought me from Portland while she was doing the coffee house competition. That's a whole different story.
Jeez.
But she loves Star Wars. We're total, we're like closet nerds. Like if you met me, you wouldn't know, but you say something, and I'll start spitting some knowledge at you.
Yeah.
But she really wants to go, so we're looking up IMAX tickets, and all the IMAX tickets are
Jeez.
sold out. And we're like, okay, well, let's go see it in Coeur d'Alene. The theater's better in Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
She's like, do you want to see opening night or the next night? I'm like,
Students.
opening night, you get to see all the costumes, which would be fun.
Oh wow.
But
People really go all out. Yeah, but you're gonna have to see the movie at like midnight.
yeah,
So you're gonna have to like kill the next day.
yeah. Well, I'm still young and spry enough that I can survive a late movie.
Nice.
So, but it's definitely one of those things because now I don't live in a town where I drive 5 minutes to go see a movie. I have to drive somewhere almost an hour away to go see a movie at a good theater.
Right.
That gives it a whole different dynamic.
Right.
But I'll probably go see it because I like
Wow.
lightsabers, duels, and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
fun.
So
you
you're-
will see it.
I'll probably see it, but I'm not seeing it in the theater.
No.
No, I'm over the theater. But so you were posting a bunch of stuff about this the refugee thing, right?
Oh,
Which is
yeah.
like, I don't know. I kind of have stopped hearing about it,
Mhm.
but for like the past week or two, it was like everywhere.
Mhm.
And I belong to a bunch of these groups on Facebook. I don't know why, like yard sale pages and like I don't know, community pages, local pages, and then I'm involved, and then I'm added to this one called Idaho Gun Nuts and Traders,
Mhm.
which is exactly what it sounds like. It's pretty entertaining
Yeah.
to say the least. But and across all these groups, everyone has been posting about it, and across my whole thing as well, people have been posting about it. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
And all the podcasts I listen to, which I found out today, I listen to 18 podcasts, and
Wow.
I stay like updated on all of them. Right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of listening.
I bet.
But nothing really comes past me that I don't really miss a lot, which I try not to. If like there's some big story that I haven't heard about, I feel like I'm slipping. Like I shouldn't not hear about stuff, right?
You should definitely.
I-
Just letting you know, America, you're like the only country out there that really doesn't care what everyone else is doing. Everyone else is watching what we're doing.
Yeah,
So
That's true.
You got to be plugged in, man. It's the
I'm
world.
definitely plugged in.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get like 50 hours a week at work, and that's where I listen to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way. I listen to audiobooks and every
Nice.
once in a while music, but audiobooks where I am.
Nice.
So,
I've done the audiobooks.
yeah.
But yeah, I have to say that I probably agree with you on the issue.
Oh,
Right.
yeah? Which is what? What do you...
Which is here's what happened. Somebody on that Idaho Gun Nuts and Trader group posted a thing saying like, "What do you think we should do?" or "We should just keep them out" or something. And I was at work and I was like, I can't handle this anymore, and I just like lit them up.
Do it.
on that group or whatever, and everyone was getting involved. There was like 150 comments, and I was going at everybody. And a couple people were on my side, which was cool. I didn't think that would happen in the Idaho Gun Nuts and Trader group.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous on there. I just joined it because I had to sell a holster, but I was telling the lady, I'm like, how about this? How about like 50 years from now, when kids are reading history books about this time, they can read that this country was awesome enough to freaking open its doors to people that needed help, right? Wouldn't you want that to be reflected in our country as opposed to like us being like, no, screw you, and everyone just dying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I was saying. And, you know, like, people just don't put themselves in other people's shoes, which is hard, but it's not possible.
Everyone wants to be a hero.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be the good guy. But when you actually have that situation in your life, and I learned this the hard way, military, being deployed, seeing some of the environments that these people live in.
Yeah. I've never seen that, but I'm pretty sure it's terrible.
It is. And then obviously some of it's not that bad, but I was never in Syria. And from what I hear,
It's pretty bad.
I wouldn't be surprised how awful it was.
And then
is.
Yeah. Then I was posting about the screening process because there was like articles on time.com that were saying the screening process is like 36 months of serious interrogation to make sure somebody's not like, you know, trying to do harm to us, right? And if they pass that, they can come. And I'm like, why don't we just roll with that? That seems good. That seems like women and children and dudes that are innocent can, you know, pass that test and come through. And everyone's like, no, it's not that rigorous.
Well,
and if they're radical, then they'll just like act for 36 months. I'm like, oh yeah,
Okay, it's 36 months.
it's a long time. Wait.
That's a long time waiting.
Maybe
Where would
it's-
these people be for 36 months?
Maybe it's like 36 weeks.
It's still 36 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 36 months is a long time.
I don't think it was 36
36 weeks, though. I mean, 6 weeks. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I mean, and think about this. I just did a reading for a play, and the play is about an old man who was in concentration camps, so Jewish Holocaust victim, and he's been hunting down these Nazi officers. So that got me thinking. This Syrian refugee thing is a lot like that. Granted, there isn't like some World War III happening yet, which I wouldn't be surprised. With all the crap that's going on over there and everyone poking their noses in everyone's business, something's going to happen.
Right. Which their world might as well be World War III.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, oh, the Holocaust was horrible. Like, you know, the poor Jews, everyone who was suffered and what's the word? It starts with the C. And just in a horrible situation where someone is attacking you, not because of what you did or something that you did, but because of who you are.
Oh, yeah.
These people are living that life.
Yeah.
They're not being pulled up in internment camps. No, they're being raped and shot in their houses.
Yeah.
They are being forced out of their homes. They're starving to death in a desert.
Yeah.
And then you have all these Christians.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out. Christians.
Yeah.
That are sitting there going like, oh, they're all terrorist Muslims. They're going to blow us up. What about my safety?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, we all sit there and say we would help the Jews, but it's the same freaking situation.
Yeah.
Well, not the same, but
Similar.
you had the same opportunity to help somebody who is in need.
Right.
And what are you going to do when it comes to our turn? Because guess what, America? We're 200 years old and we're already falling apart.
Right.
We're a teenager, a preteen of a country.
Right. Well, if we were asking another country for that same thing and they denied us, we would be pissed.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
The shoe's on the other foot now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like you're saying. People can't put themselves in other people's shoes.
No, because it's hard to, but I'm pretty good at it,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and also people are scared, and no one wants to admit it. But, I mean, did you read the article about what happened at the Bonner County Commission meeting?
No.
Okay, everyone.
I
So
didn't read the
up
article.
in Northern Idaho, we're in Bonner County, and the Bonner County Commissioners Board had a meeting stating whether or not our policy for this area would be to allow refugees to be resettled here. And this meeting got really heated. I mean, people calling people Nazis.
Were you
people-
there?
Huh? No, I read all
Okay.
about, and the person who wrote the story and took the pictures, I know.
Okay.
And so you have full-grown adults yelling at each other.
Yeah.
You called me a Nazi. No, I'm not. I'm a Christian. We don't want them here. They're all terrorists. Name after name thrown here and there. Just these immature people. And they're acting this way, one, because they're scared,
They're scared, yeah.
or they're proud. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. They're all just horrible people. No, I know that we need to help somebody. I'm a Christian. I believe in helping them, but I can't because my family will be in danger.
Yeah.
It's all fear. And since when has fear ever brought anything good?
Well, no, it doesn't.
besides maybe surviving. You know, if you're walking in the middle of the woods and it's dark and stuff and you get a weird feeling, probably good to listen to that feeling.
Right.
But
Right.
this is something totally different.
This is it is different. But I'd say the fear probably is natural. It's got to be natural
Yeah.
because it's just something different than you. It's someone different than you. If you probably hung out with these people,
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties,
Okay.
folks. There we go.
It's
We,
good.
it went black for a second, but we're good.
if you hung out with these people, I'm sure you'd learn to be friends with them, right? I'm
Of
sure
course.
you could find some sort of common ground, and then you'd be like, yeah, they could stay.
Through understanding comes, if not love, then understanding.
Yeah.
You know? And so I totally agree with that. But it was sad. It was sad seeing people freak out about that because they're scared because everyone's like, what if they attack us? What if they attack us? It's like, you know what? Hate to break it to you, Christians. Read your history.
Yeah.
We've murdered millions
Yeah.
in our name.
Yeah.
And you know what? That just because that happened doesn't mean that we're going to do it. And just because some bad people there doesn't mean everyone else is.
Yeah.
And guess what? No matter how much you plan, you're not going to be able to stop it. It's going to happen eventually. So why not help those who genuinely need it?
I say help them.
Exactly.
But yeah, and just to say that everyone's a Muslim wants to blow people up,
Yeah.
it's pretty ignorant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That is like the epitome of bigot and ignorance right there.
right. Did you see the article about the Rousey Holm rematch being confirmed?
No, I did not. And I barely caught the Rousey Holmes fight.
I watched it, which I never really watched UFC fights before. I saw like clips, like Anderson Silva breaking his leg or whatever, just like little clips and stuff.
That was a horrible fight to watch.
But I never actually sat down and watched like a whole thing, which was kind of annoying that I did, because it was like Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm fighting at 10 o'clock or at 7 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I start watching at 7 o'clock. Turns out there's like 6 fights before that. So like 3.5 hours later, it actually gets to the fight.
Well, I got a small clip because I was actually out at the bar, and I've always really enjoyed watching Rousey fight people. I don't know
Hell yeah.
a lot of stuff about her personally, and for all of you who aren't watching this on YouTube, we are looking up a video of the Rousey and Holmes fight.
Yeah, the article saying that Ronda Rousey will receive immediate rematch against Holly, which
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
definitely watch.
And you know how much money will be behind that.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I tried to bet on the other one,
Mhm.
the first one, obviously, and I didn't, because if I would have put $50 on Ronda, I would have only won $2. So I was
Yeah.
like, screw this, it's not worth betting. It's not worth me putting up like $500 to
Mhm.
win whatever. And good thing I didn't.
Because you would have lost.
I would have lost.
And I was surprised about that because I've always thought, and I have these funny things. Sometimes when I look at a person, I kind of think they're a robot. I know it's not true, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, if there was a robot, that would be one. Gwen Stefani's one. That woman hasn't aged a day in the last like 20 years.
Yeah.
And Ronda Rousey's another one because Ronda Rousey, I mean, accumulatively, all her fights before this one, the combined time is actually shorter than this fight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And was undefeated. I mean, she fought in the Olympics and stuff like that. So she is a trained, lifelong fighter.
Yeah.
And then this happened.
It was hard to watch.
I couldn't believe the person when he told me. He's like, dude, Rousey just lost. And I'm like, no way. And he looked up the video and showed it to me. And I'm at the bar and I'm like, oh my God. Like I'm watching it, just
Yeah.
watching her get picked apart by this boxer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my. Well, at first kind of threw me off because,
People went crazy.
yeah, people went crazy. But I'm always about like the respect of fighters.
Yeah.
Trash talking fighters, all those kind of fighters. I don't watch you. You're wasting my time. You're a child.
Huh.
I didn't know a lot about Rousey in her interviews. I'd never watched her interviews. I just watched her fight. So
Yeah.
I didn't know she trash talked. And so I get this trash talk thing that I see on Instagram. I was like, holy cow, Ronda Rousey's trash talking this chick. I didn't know that. And so I wrote, I'm like, hey, you need to chill out. The wolf is not concerned with the opinion of sheep. That kind of thing. Like,
You said that on her Instagram?
yeah, I wrote
Nice.
that to her. Because
I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
probably saw that.
Yeah, I saw it.
And then that fight, I actually saw that morning. I commented on it, and then that fight happened that night, and she lost. And I saw she didn't touch gloves, and to me, it's like, that's karma. You don't show respect to an opponent.
Yeah.
You're
The
getting caught.
thing about trash talking too is it the loss hurts a lot more,
Oh,
in my
yeah.
opinion. Especially like when I personally trash talk, even on some small little competition, like you're playing horse on a basketball court or something. And it's like, oh, I got you. You don't even have a chance. And then when I lose, it's like, now I regret all that trash talk.
Exactly. Now you look,
Yeah.
insert foot into mouth.
Yeah. If you were just a good sport about it, you can be like, oh, I'll get you next time or something like
Yeah.
that.
So, which, good for Holmes, because what? Holmes could just laugh in Rousey's face and be like, no. But then again, like I said, money. I'm pretty sure managers and agents would be like, no, you got to do a rematch because that's going to rack in some dough.
It's going to be really hard to watch.
Yeah. Like the Anderson Silva one.
Yeah.
Did you watch the first fight, the one before that?
No, I just saw the clip.
Well, he fought Weirdman. He's like, he's playing with him. He's messing with him, doing his Anderson Silva, getting in his head. And then the guy catches Silva. This catches him and Silva goes down. He loses. And I was an avid Anderson Silva fan.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it just happened.
Yeah.
There's got to be a rematch. There's got to be a rematch. And then
Was
the
there?
rematch. Oh yeah,
Nice.
the rematch was the one he broke his leg.
Oh.
Yeah. The next he went to fight him again.
So he lost
snapped-
twice.
He lost twice.
Jeez.
And so I'm just kind of like, all right, Anderson Silva, you're a great fighter. Maybe now it's time to go Mr. Miyagi and start teaching people.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but I'm not a trained fighter, so I can't say everything perfectly. That's just
Right.
my opinion.
Do you watch Floyd Mayweather at all?
No, I don't. Boxing kind of bores me. I like watching Rocky, so where the fights are like
Yeah.
super intense.
Yeah.
So like,
There's a new
watching-
movie called Creed,
I'm gonna go see. I was gonna
Oh,
go see
really?
that tonight.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get a babysitter, so I'm not gonna be able to. But I didn't know it had a Rocky feel to it.
Well, Sylvester Stallone's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've heard it was like incredible. I heard it was like better than most of the Rocky movies.
Oh, and I love Rocky
Yeah.
movies. I really love. Have you ever watched Warrior?
Mm.
Oh,
The UFC or MMA
dude,
kind of movie?
It's an MMA one with two brothers that fight. It has Tom Hardy and I don't know the other guy's name. I don't know him very well, but it is an amazing fight movie. Love it. Such a good fight movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really good
So
one.
like, should I write it down to watch?
Yeah, you should write it down to watch.
Okay.
It's a really good one. The fights are really cool. The storyline's really good. But
All right, I'll write it
back
down.
to Mayweather.
Like I never
can't
watched
watch
boxing. I never watched it, but I've watched the last couple Mayweather ones just because they're entertaining. Just because when someone gets to that point where they're like undefeated or they're like going for some sort of record, that's when my interest goes into it.
Because you want to see him fall.
No, I don't want to see him fall.
You
It's
want to see him
just
trip.
I feel like it's just more entertaining.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. That's why I wanted to watch the Rousey Holm because they were both technically undefeated, 9-0 and 12-0. So I was like, hell yeah, these girls are gonna be giving it everything they got, right? It's not like they're 5-5 or something and it's just another fight.
Yeah.
It's like everything's on the line, which just seems more entertaining to me. Oh, Warrior. Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I actually have it so I can let you borrow it.
I
you're
can
pretty.
find it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're probably tech savvy. You can probably find it online.
Yeah, I can find it.
I can't find movies online. I crash my computer every time I try it, unless it's Netflix. Thank you, Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix has saved a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Boxing.
Yeah, well, you asked me if I ever saw Floyd Mayweather.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I just don't watch the boxing because it's not as cool as the movies. I get pretty
Right.
bored.
That's true. No, I'll definitely watch Creed. I heard it was pretty incredible.
Have you ever watched Annapolis?
Yeah.
James Franco. What did you think?
Yeah, that
of
was good.
I liked it.
It was good, but it seemed kind of anticlimactic, right? Like
How so?
it didn't seem like there was really a point. Like the most serious thing I remember was that kid killing himself. Spoiler alert.
Oh, he doesn't kill himself though. He doesn't die. Remember?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
like some black kid jumps out the window or something.
Yeah, but he doesn't die.
See, it's one of those movies that like I don't know. It was a long time ago that I watched it, but
Yeah.
that's what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember they were boxing in it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
okay.
doing, and being the Marines and stuff, I always thought it'd be cool to go to like another kind of military, another department of the military's academy, just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Because when I was in the Marines, we got to go try out some Ranger training just to see, and
Wow.
it
Army
wasn't
Ranger.
it wasn't that difficult.
Oh, really?
It felt like Marine basic boot camp.
Huh.
So, I mean, granted, obviously they get into more technical stuff later on with like explosives and stuff like that. But
Right.
as far as like the physical aspect,
Right.
it wasn't that hard.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it was pretty funny. So watching that movie, it would have been cool. I was like, oh, it would have been cool to experience that,
Yeah.
because that's a whole different life. You didn't go into it because you
No.
wanted to do different stuff, but that officer
Yeah.
Whole different reality.
Yeah.
I mean,
You still work out, right?
I try to, but I also like beer. So even though I don't look like it, I can still run pretty well.
Nice. Yeah, beer's not very good. I mean, it's good, but it's like
It's not good for you.
right, a lot of calories.
It's soul food. I have two types of food. You have body food and you have soul food. Lettuce and carrots and potatoes, those are all body
Body food.
food. Soul food is like chocolate and beer.
Right.
Yeah.
I need to start working out eventually.
You're welcome to come with me. Work out swag.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's where I worked out before the Air Force was going to happen.
Yeah. And you got the discount now. We just got a discount,
Oh,
everybody.
really?
Yeah, so we get cheaper stuff. So cheaper stuff there. It's not that bad.
Nice. Yeah, I've pretty much nailed down the diet, which is good. I definitely do worse on the weekends than during the week. During the week, I eat really good.
Mm-hmm.
During the weekends, it kind of slips a little bit, but it's gotten a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first thing. I wanted to nail the diet first and then start working out after that.
Yeah.
Because the diet's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most important.
They say working out is like 80% physical and no, what was it? 20% physical, 80% diet. Because you get to a
Jeez,
certain
yeah.
point. Because like I can run 3 miles in 22 minutes, so that's obviously pretty quick.
Yeah.
I can bench good. I can squat good. I don't get tired very easily. But body fat wise,
Yeah.
I'm a little heavy around the middle.
Yeah.
And that's all diet.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. And weekends is hard.
Yeah, it is hard. Especially during the holidays. I don't know why it's harder during the holidays.
Well, it's because everyone's eating all this stuff and you want to eat it too.
Yeah, I guess.
So, yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
My problem's snacking. What was yours? Is it just like what you were eating?
Yeah, what I was eating, and like I didn't really like watching things without having something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always eat really late at night.
Yeah,
Which
that
is not
gets you.
good.
I do that too.
You're supposed to cut it off at like 8 o'clock or something.
Mm-hmm. Not supposed to have like carbs or
No,
all that kind of stuff.
that's tricky. And the fast food was probably the biggest, actually.
I can't eat fast food. Makes me feel sick now, so I have that working for me.
That's good.
So
But I ate it a lot,
yeah.
especially in the oil field. Like, one of my job was driving around all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I never really like stayed somewhere. Like now we stay in one place
Mm-hmm.
for the whole freaking day, for the whole
10
month.
hours.
Yeah, but I just drove around all the time, which you eat terribly,
Yeah.
terribly. Like all you eat is just gas station food.
Well, it's because that's all you have time for. Because
Yeah.
even though driving is all you do, you're driving. You don't have time to stop off somewhere and make a salad.
Yeah, we're at 47 minutes, but we gotta make it to an hour.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what time it was because I'm having a good time.
No, yeah, for sure.
We all know how that is.
I just can't end the show under an hour. I just can't do it.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that. I can talk longer than an hour.
Do you do like any kind of like supplement stuff?
No.
Okay, I don't do like the protein powder, which is what I should be doing, but I do like vitamin D, vitamin E, magnesium,
Mhm.
one a day stuff.
Nah, I don't do that. So, I mean, maybe I should, but
You should.
it just costs a lot of money.
It does cost a lot of money. But I definitely notice a difference,
Mm-hmm.
like big time. I pop them all in the morning, which is like 2 handfuls of vitamins at this point, and it's just like boom, and I notice a significant difference. Like no caffeine, and then all of a sudden there's just like energy there for the whole day.
Wow.
It's ridiculous,
My issue is like,
but it is expensive.
yeah.
It gets up there. It's like $7 or $8 a bottle, and then you just start adding. You keep adding things: vitamin E, vitamin C.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I've always, when I eat, I always try to have like a rainbow on my plate. That's
Yeah.
how I say it,
Yeah.
And I always want to have like, if I have meat, the meat is the smallest portion.
Nice.
So I have a lot of vegetables. I have a lot of rice. I know they say don't have pasta because it's carbohydrates, but carbohydrates are only bad for you if you're not working out enough to use them. And I work out pretty much every other day, if
Right.
not every day, so I can handle carbs.
I stay away from the carbs. I
It's
guess.
the carbs and beer that kill me though, because I drink at
Oh, yeah.
night when
Yeah.
my metabolism is slowing down.
You should start drinking in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I could. If we were in Germany, we could.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's and I saw this model, and it's how you're supposed to eat, and the diagram went from top to bottom. So it was like a pyramid. The pyramid flipped over. You have breakfast. Breakfast is the biggest.
Yeah.
Then lunch is a medium-sized lunch,
Yeah.
and then dinner is small.
Right.
And it's supposed to symbolize how your body looks. So if you do that, then you have wide shoulders and you have that V body,
Oh.
so low body fat. But if you eat a tiny breakfast, which is the time when your metabolism is supposed to start kicking off, so best things to do in the morning is, one, drink a bunch of water and do some kind of heart rate, get your heart rate up.
Oh.
If that's doing 50 push-ups or 50 squats or whatever, just do it because it sets your metabolism for the day. But if you eat small and you eat a bigger lunch and then you eat big dinner,
Yeah.
it looked like a fat person.
Yeah.
Tiny shoulders, big weight.
That makes sense.
I know all this. I should be doing all this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the most frustrating part.
Yeah. I do kind of good on that.
Well, that's good.
I definitely eat lighter dinners. But yeah, drinking, I stopped drinking on June 12th,
Mm-hmm.
and I had 2 beers over Thanksgiving, but that's all I've had since June 12th.
Really?
That's
Now,
nuts.
did you just stop drinking because the effects of alcohol, or was it more just like how many calories you were going for?
I stopped drinking because I just wanted a break. I just wanted to give myself a break
Mm-hmm.
from drinking, that's why. I wanted to go a year. The idea was to just not drink for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Just one, because I cleaned up my diet around that time, majorly. And I was like, okay, if I'm cleaning up my diet, there's no reason for me to just continue drinking and clean up my diet. I'm just going to stop that for a while until I get these other things under control, like the diet and maybe working out. And then I can allow myself, as a reward system, to drink every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And, to kind of just tell myself, you don't deserve to drink when you're slacking on these other areas, right? And that's what I
Yeah.
did, and I kind of nailed the diet thing. So then I had 2 beers over Thanksgiving when a buddy of mine came home to visit. And I smoked a cigarette too, which is fine. But I quit that a long time ago. But I could smoke one and still be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it was up to him. I was like, dude, it's up to you if I'm smoking a cigarette or not. He's like, do it. I'm like, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't pull my leg. That's funny.
But yeah, it wasn't as hard as it sounds, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Quitting cigarettes was very hard, extremely hard.
really?
Yeah, but stopping drinking wasn't very hard for me.
Okay. So, do you like to read?
No.
Okay, you don't.
I
like
used
read.
to, but no.
Okay, well, if you like audiobooks or movies, there's that option too for all you out there that read. There's this book called The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, written by Dan Millman. And in there, he has this character called Socrates. It's not actually Socrates. That's just his nickname because he's this old wise guy. And one of the things he says, and this is kind of like one of those lifestyle things, is there are no bad habits. There's just bad impulses. And how it is, it's you can do physically. I mean, obviously, if your habit is to go stalk women, that's probably an issue.
To go what? Stalk?
Stalk women
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
That's probably an issue.
Right.
But as far as dietarily, there's no bad habits. There's just bad impulses
Yeah.
because you can smoke. I mean, you technically could as long as you do the counteracting behaviors.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can drink as long as you understand what's doing to your body and how to counteract that.
Yeah.
So
You can eat an ice cream cone.
yeah,
Right.
eat an ice cream cone.
Right.
So, quitting smoking is very difficult for some people. For me, I threw my pack away and I never bought another one. It's not that hard.
Really? And you don't want one? You don't want one right now?
It got weird. A few months ago, I just had this strong urge to go buy a cigar. And I had no idea why. And it lasted forever. I'm like, I should go buy a cigar. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why and I'd never had that.
Yeah.
I never had. I smoked occasionally. I'm a, what's it called? Social smoker.
Right.
That's it. If someone wants to light a hookah, cool, I'll light a hookah. That's fine.
Yeah.
If someone wants to share a cigar, someone's getting married, cool, I'll smoke a cigar. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
went out and bought one or had the urge to.
Never was sitting alone in a room by yourself smoking a hookah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never did that. As far as drinking, though, I really do believe that if I wanted to give up drinking, it would be a little difficult for me because
Because it's a social thing?
socially, one, a lot of my friends drink, but two, and I know it's bad to say this, some AA people are going to flip out, but it's stressful,
Oh, it's a stress reliever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a
well-
ritual kind of thing.
Oh, definitely.
I get home from work.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
kick off my shoes. I drink a beer.
No,
or-
it definitely is, yeah.
Yeah. So, but am I the guy that pops the 6-pack and drinks it by myself in the dark? No, I
Right.
don't do that.
And you can just have one and be like, that's it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but besides the weight
Right,
gain,
right.
I see no reason why I should stop. Whereas when I was smoking, all right, now my wife's pregnant with my first kid. This was years ago. I'm not
Yeah,
married
yeah.
anymore. I'm divorced. But wife's pregnant. We're about to have a kid. Not smoking around a baby. Oh, okay, stop smoking.
Yeah.
I didn't see reason to keep going.
Yeah.
Whereas it's the exact opposite for drinking. I see no reason to quit besides
Gotcha.
having a six pack, which is not that important to me. So
Yeah. It was really hard to quit. I started smoking when I was 16, and then I quit when I was 22.
6 years. Dang.
Yeah, I know.
Were you a
Right?
heavy smoker? You smoke like a pack a day
Like
or something?
a pack every 2 days,
Okay.
like 10 cigarettes a day,
Wow.
right?
That's a lot.
It seemed like a lot. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to be 22 and quitting smoking, and you've smoked for 6 years. But I'll probably never do it again. I keep thinking of like scenarios in my mind, like if my mom died or if like the dog Cash died. It's like would I smoke then? Like if my family died, would I like have a cigarette because I was like sad or anything like that? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like
Smoking isn't a coping thing for you.
No, it's like I enjoyed it, but it's not worth it. It was killing me, man. It was really killing me because I was smoking menthols and stuff in the oil field, and I'd like walk up a flight of stairs and I'd just be like, oh. And I'd be like, wow, these are killing me.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Well, you think about the stuff that goes in you, it's pretty gross. So unless you're doing something to counteract it,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
But I still want one. Every day I want one. Like right
Really?
now I want one. I'll always want one. It's like my mom used to smoke. She walks past someone who's smoking and she's like, oh, that's disgusting. But I'm like, oh, that smells amazing. You know?
That sucks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I always want one.
That's probably how I am with the beer. I'm like, oh, that beer looks delicious.
Yeah.
Cold and refreshing.
Yeah. And quitting drinking, like people that you drank with, they don't call you anymore. You know?
Well,
They don't.
They don't want to put you in an awkward position.
No, they don't.
You know?
It's weird though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there are those people that just do things. They plan stuff around drinking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, let's go see a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to go out drinking. All right, let's rent a movie. Let's just get wasted.
Yeah.
Or like, let's have a barbecue. Let's get wasted. Or
Yeah.
let's go to the beach. Let's get wasted. The goal of the thing is not to do the thing. It's to get drunk while doing it. You have people that do that. Maybe
Oh,
some of your
definitely.
friends were like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that definitely happens. But I feel like I can drink now, and that's fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's up to you, big guy. As long as it makes you happy.
And I also drove a lot while I drank, which was not a good thing to do.
No, that's not okay.
No, it's a terrible thing to do, and I definitely regret doing it. But I'd always do it because like nobody's going to drive me to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell am I going to drive home from the bar or drive to the bar? So it's like there was no way around it. I could get a cab, but then I got to get a cab back into town and get my car again. It's ridiculous. So I would just end up drinking and driving.
Or you could just call the cab and have them come pick you up.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
It does work.
It does work. I'll never do it again. And I definitely, when I went out with my buddy on Thanksgiving and I had 2 beers over like 4 hours, I was like, I'm not drinking and driving again.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 2 beers over 4 hours, and that's fine. I was perfectly fine, right?
Yeah, but they say you're not supposed to drink one and drive
Yeah.
because it's bad. And I'll tell you what, I'm pretty positive everyone has done it who drinks.
Yeah.
Not everybody. I'm sure there's some out there who are strong enough and smart enough to not do it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do it, which
A
is
lot of
sad.
people do it. It's terrible to do.
Yeah. And it's not something that's new. People have been drinking and driving since cars were invented.
Yeah,
Think
it's
about it.
true.
I'm sure there were people who were falling off their horses back in the Wild West who were too drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't drink and ride.
No.
6-horse pile up in downtown somewhere. It happens. It's human.
That was a
beings.
bad habit. That was
Yeah,
definitely
that's a very bad habit. I am guilty of it. I've done it.
Yeah. I just don't want to do it anymore. Nothing ever bad happened from it, which I consider myself extremely lucky. And I mean, you can't count on it. You can't count on nothing bad happening.
It's just that one time that needs to happen, though.
So and I fear that time. So I don't ever want to do it again.
That's good.
Yeah, I always felt guilty after doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough I live 5 minutes away from downtown, so I don't have to do that. So the times I did it was when I was down in San Diego, and
Right.
the bars you go to is far away, and the cabs are expensive. And
Right.
you're just like, I'm good to drive, right? Who was the DD? You were the DD? Why are you drunker than I am?
Yeah.
It's like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, that always happens.
So now I can just walk there and walk back in 5 minutes, and
Nice.
I don't have to worry about it. So
Yeah.
Good on you, man.
Yeah.
Way to
for
go.
sure. I guess.
And good on you for sticking with it. I mean, June 1st to now. and you
June
only had-
12th.
Yeah, June 12th.
June 12th to Thanksgiving. I was
Only
trying to
2
make it a
days.
year, but I was just like, you know what? It's fine. I can have a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of like the fact that you're able to make it that far
Yeah.
is saying something.
Yeah. I mean, it says that I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not dependent,
No, not
which
at
is
all.
always a good thing when you're not dependent on it.
Right.
So, which makes me wonder. I wonder if I am.
It doesn't sound like you are.
Yeah.
I
I enjoy drinking.
Sure.
Do I get home and I'm like, I have to drink? No.
Right.
But I enjoy drinking.
Right. Like if there's none at home, is that okay?
Yes.
Or do you have to go get some?
Does it make me sad a little bit? Maybe.
Yeah.
But am I having a nervous breakdown? No.
It's like I gamble, right?
You gamble?
I gamble probably every weekend.
No, see, I don't gamble at all.
Yeah.
I've never have.
Right. And it's like on like well, I gamble every weekend during the football season, right? On football games.
Okay.
It's like $10, $20, $5 maybe. But people are like, "Do you have a gambling problem?" Because I talk about it like I lost $10 on the Eagle game, or I won $5 this weekend. It was sweet. Or I won like $50, or I lost like $100.
And they ask you if you have a gambling problem?
So they're like, "Are you a gambling addict?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not a gambling addict because I'm not betting the rent money, right? I'm only betting little bits of money and enjoying it." But I don't know.
Oh, dude.
That's always my excuse. My excuse is like I'm not betting the rent. I'm not homeless because of gambling. I only lost $20 because of gambling.
Yeah, you're not hurting anybody.
Right. I'm definitely not hurting anybody.
You're not mugging old ladies at the middle of the night.
No, exactly.
Dude, I've never really had an urge to gamble. I will gamble if someone throws it up, but usually only on 50-50 things, like
Yeah.
a fight.
Right.
Like I would have lost money on the Rousey Holmes fight.
I would have too.
So, I mean, but that's usually what I do. I don't like the whole like 1-2 odds or the 200-1 odds or in that bullcrap.
Right.
I'm like 50-50. It's one or the other.
Well, I feel like a football game is 50-50.
Oh yeah, it is.
I feel like I can make it 50-50. I feel like I can even make it 100% if I'm like I know for a fact these people will win. Because they're better here and they're better here and they're better here, and the other team sucks here and here and here, and put the money on this team. Although I'm definitely lost more this season than I've won.
Yeah. Well, are you doing that thing at work?
I've done it once.
Okay. Now, how does that work? Explain.
It's
to
really
me.
hard. It's a lot harder than it sounds, which pisses you off.
Yeah.
It's just it's just a sheet, and this probably happens in lots of workplaces. And every Sunday there's 12 games or something, and there's a game on Thursday and a game on Monday. So it's a sheet of all those games. Detroit versus Cincinnati, Minnesota versus San Diego, right?
Yeah.
So you just pay $5 and you get the sheet, and then you go down the list and you circle who you think's going to win each one, and then you turn the sheet back in, and whoever picks the most right wins the money. It's usually about $50, sometimes
Okay.
even like $60.
So that's not 50-50 anymore now.
No, you just got to do better than the other people playing.
Well, no, I mean, like, it's not a 50-50 as far as now you have multiple games.
Multiple games.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. Now, if it was just like, let's throw $5 down onto the Seahawks to win
Right,
versus, let's say, the Patriots.
right.
And I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I don't watch football. Last time I watched football, Steve Young was still playing.
Right.
So, Seahawks.
Right. But see, I'll do that, the sheet where I pick all the games, and then I'll come home and I'll gamble on my own on like 3 games, pick the winners, and it's just too much to keep track of sometimes.
My brother-in-law does fantasy football,
Yeah, I do that too.
and he makes thousands of dollars a year. Dude.
Really?
Oh, he's one of the high league fantasy football players.
That's really hard.
Yeah, like it's
It's crazy. Once you start doing it all, it's just too much. It's ridiculous. And you're not in control of any of it.
they have a saying, the fantasy football widow, and it's pretty much once the fantasy football thing starts, all those poor women are stuck at home by themselves while
Yeah.
their husbands and whatever. And did you see that picture I put up? Or was it you who put it up?
Maybe.
Fantasy football players are just are like Dungeons and Dragons players.
Oh, yeah.
They're either I got
Yeah, you did that.
It was pretty darn funny though. It made me laugh because I think fantasy football is stupid.
It was like Dungeons and Dragons for the guys who don't like Dungeons or Dragons or something like that.
yeah, but aren't good enough or can't play the sport. It's
Yeah.
just people living vicariously through other people.
Yeah.
Because those kind of people, that's no longer just that or that. No, you're looking at dissecting a player.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just stupid.
I'm like, oh, I heard his hamstring's healthy again.
Oh
It's
yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm sorry.
It's crazy.
But he makes, I think last year he made like $12,000 off of it.
That's nuts.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money.
Yeah, I do it. It's but sometimes it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna say something I forgot.
Yeah. And I personally think football is dumb.
Yeah, I know lots of people do.
Yeah.
It's pointless, but I think it's entertaining. Sometimes I think during games, the reason I watch it is sometimes when I'm during a game that I'm watching, there's things that happen that are like freak things. You know, like insane comebacks or insane catches or insane feats of, you know, defying freaking physics, right? That's what I watch it for. Sometimes some pretty incredible things happen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's why. And it's exciting.
Yeah, I saw it was a game. I think it was last year, sometime earlier this year. It was the 49ers versus the New York Giants, I think.
Okay.
And I just remember because they were talking about this quarterback, and he threw like 6 interceptions. He was doing awful, and there was this one guy that made this crazy catch falling into the end zone. He's running. He turns around. The ball's like already past him. He just reaches back, and he like catches it with like 2 fingers in his thumb.
Yeah. Like,
so I started hearing "stickum" being thrown around. Like a bunch of people are like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
stick him
yeah,
on his
yeah,
gloves and stuff
yeah.
like that. And like, well, I'm like, I don't know what it was, but that's a cool catch.
yeah, that's incredible.
So, and I went back to my normal life. That was the most football I've watched in like 10 years.
Yeah, I watch
So,
too much.
Yeah.
But I grew up watching it.
Yeah.
So, but that's probably why.
The life. I grew up watching stuff
Oh,
too.
really?
I mean, like basketball. I used to be really into basketball. Back in the Jazz, 97, 98 for all you older people like me. 97, 98 championship when the Jazz went against the Bulls.
Yeah,
The old Bulls crew, Michael Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, just smashed the Jazz, just ripped him to pieces.
Which is terrible. That's a terrible name for a basketball team.
The
in my
Jazz?
opinion. Yeah.
Well, the Jazz were originally from New Orleans Jazz,
Really?
blah, blah, blah. And then the team got moved to Utah, which I'm going to say to all you sports owners and stuff like that, that stuff's stupid. Name your team after something in your town.
Yeah.
That don't make sense. All
No.
right. And now you're naming all your stadiums after companies. I mean, it used to be like Rockefeller Stadium or like Roosevelt Stadium.
Now it's like Bank of America.
Bank of America Stadium or like freaking Synergy.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. So much money flowing around this country.
You know, the Lakers used to be in Minnesota.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, because
The LA
Lakers
Lakers
doesn't make any freaking sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
There's only lakes in LA. You don't want to go in them because they're just freaking flood ponds.
Nastiness.
Nasty stuff.
Okay, so it's over an hour.
Yeah.
So we're good.
All right. Cool.
So yeah, that was it. That was episode 1. Either YouTube, Facebook, iTunes. Those are going to be the main things.
Yeah.
I made a Twitter for the old show, and I just never used it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have to stick with those 3 things. I can't really do much more than that.
Facebook, iTunes, YouTube.
Facebook, iTunes.
That's
YouTube,
cool.
yeah.
And I can take care of the Facebook page.
Now
So-
I'll make you an administrator on it or whatever, and we'll have to come up with some sort of artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it, and hopefully we can do this again next Saturday.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
All right.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys later, and yeah, The Point Podcast episode 1.
Take it easy, guys. Have a good one.